This is brilliant, this.
Yeah.
This is Malaysia.
What time did you get in the cab?
Oh, this is Malaysia.
What time have you just got on the cab
but
coming here?
yeah, but
2 o'clock. I was in there at 1:58, and you got in at 2:05.
Five
so
minutes
just
late.
Said you're
5 minutes late in Malaysia. Yeah,
time.
I've been here so many times that 5 minutes late in Malaysia is actually 15 minutes early.
Right, okay, fine. So you knew everyone else was going to be late. We had to have a coffee.
So this morning I was supposed to get picked up at 11. I was down there at 11:01, and the lads were still 15 minutes away. So you get, once you've been here a while, Malaysian time's a little bit lax. Timekeeping's not the greatest.
Even to get into the room to record, we had to go buy a coffee.
Yeah. So, we were supposed to be here to record this, and we turned up on, we were probably a bit late, but the place wasn't even open.
Who was, in terms of timing, during your time, who was always the latest?
Mark Viduka.
Viduka?
Every day.
And he just didn't care?
Wasn't bothered.
Strolled in.
We did one. We were at. So bearing in mind, Leeds training ground was 2.5 miles from Wetherby where he lived. He's pretty much late every day. The most laid-back man on the planet. Nicest man ever. He turned up once, did a warm down in his tracksuit, keys jangling in his pocket, got back in his car and left. And we went to Borough. Gareth was captain and manager, and he said I got to the point where I just couldn't find him anymore, because he would come in and he would just go, how much? He just
didn't care.
No, he just knew he was late, and he just went, oh, jeez, mate, I'm sorry. And it was just how he was. He was just ridiculously laid back, and he was quite happy to pay the fine.
So there was a good players pot wherever Mark Viduka
was unbelievable.
He bought Christmas.
Yeah, it was just like, yeah, I'm sorry. It's just how it wasn't aggressive or anything with it, but yeah, it could not be on time for love nor money.
So that's most tardy. What about yourself, Brownie? Who stands out
for being the late?
Yeah.
I don't know. I actually don't know. I'm actually thinking who it would be.
Was everybody professional that you played? There can't be the case.
No, they're not all professional, but there was a few. I can't actually single one out and say who was definitely the one.
If you had to place a bet and you were at training and say, all right, I'm going to place a bet that this play is going to be the last one in today. This is what I'm putting my money on.
There was plenty when I was at Man City, because under Keegan...
Oh, you had characters there.
Yeah, but the problem was, generally, and I'm pretty sure when Brendan was a manager, training starts at 10:30, you have to be in by 10 o'clock. If you're not in by 10 o'clock, it's a fine. Because that's, you've got to give yourself preparation time and all the rest of it. Keegan was like, training starts at 10:30. The only rule is you have to be out on the pitch for at 10:30. So you've got lads arriving at like 10:27.
Just literally
walking out, one boot on, one sock on, going, well, I'm on the pitch. And you go in, and of course then it takes liberties, and he didn't like fining people. He wouldn't fine people if they were late. He'd turn up 10 minutes late, he'd go, just go for a jog and then join in. So of course, there's no discipline. And that filters into lots of other parts of the game and causes resentment as well, I think, between players, because they're turning up late. You've made the effort to turn up on time, but it's a lack of respect.
Understood.
I think when there's always going to be a time where you're going to be late because there's a traffic or there's an accident or something's happened, a kid, whatever it might be. But if you're constantly doing it, I think that's just a blatant lack of respect.
I think there's one player, it was Jason Kumas when we were at Wigan.
Yeah.
And literally he'd had a decent move to Wigan, 5-year contract. He had all the ability, a wonderful right foot. He should have went on with his ability, should have done miles better. But it literally, as you're talking about timings into training, he would be in very, very last person in. He'd go and get changed in a room so the lads didn't see. So he would go and pick a different change room. That's where he'd always get changed. So the lads weren't aware where he was at, and literally just pop up as the training started. And as the training finishes, he's literally walking off, taking his clothes off, and he's back in the car before you're almost off the pitch every day.
Why?
You ask him. We can't see whether he didn't like football, whether he just seen it as work, done his job, done his training and gone. But additional work didn't do, which you needed to do. And his career was cut short, and he should have done better. But you sort of look, would this be a contributor to it? Probably wasn't. But he literally got in right, as you said, like the same, 10:29 on the pitch, didn't even get changed, in, out, gone, done.
Was he friends with you?
He was a nice guy.
He was a nice guy. Okay, so he wasn't like isolated.
He wasn't isolated. Well, when you're in the training session, he was great. He was a nice guy. He just seen it as work, and in he come, off he went. He had his little paper that he was more interested in a few other bits, maybe.
Yeah.
There was the horse racing or whatever, and away he went. And like I say, you see people there all day. They're at very, very early, doing the prep, buy into the whole thing, and then there's the odd ones who actually don't even like the game.